Hello, it's Daniel. I haven't been doing much this weekend. I got my last COVID shot thing and I got very sick all weekend long, and that kind of sucked. And I still have a bruise. Like, it looks like I get hit with a softball on my arm. I have a giant bruise that you don't get to see. I don't know. It's kind of gross. So this is a quick devlog. I guess I have one housekeeping thing. I'm doing this live stream event. We call it marathon. I'm just doing 1 hour of it. It's called Hope for Tomorrow. Did I say that right? Hope of Tomorrow. I think that's it. June 4th at around 2 p.m. my time, which is something your time, but I'm going to put a link to more info, or at least I should, so you know what I'm talking about and you can show up. I need to like look at and see like what they did last year. I mean, I imagine it's just people playing games or doing music stuff. And I can do that on stream. I don't know. So I still have to do like a technical check thing with them to make sure that everything's gonna work. So I don't know, but never mind. That's a thing that's gonna happen. Last week I did work on this water effect. It looks cool. Oh, turn off audio. We're looking at it here and like just in the editor, it's animating. It kind of looks like water. I guess it looks like water would look in the Sequence Storm world. I've added it here in Sapphic Casanova. I think I'll check it in like this, but I should fix like, you know, all the audio bugs to do with water. When you get close, it becomes it looks kind of pixelated. Low poly. It's not really. It's only a few big giant polys, but it's all just a shader making it look like that. I think it's all right. It's not done. There's a few issues. Like if we go up high, the horizon looks wrong, and I think I just want to have it fade out in this case. And then what else is wrong? Oh, I want the color to be customizable per world, so you can have like this is a teal world. I could have like brown water, I guess, if you want. Brown water, blue water, whatever. Otherwise it just reflects the skybox, but I'm happy with how it looks like here in this track. Really suits the track. So there's probably some other tracks where I might want to fit this in. Anyway, so that's what I did last week. I really wanted to get it like done, but I never did. Oh, there's another issue with this like weird line drawing like straight down the middle of the world. I'm sure it's a simple fix, but no, I just never got to it. All right. So I want to talk about advertising because I did a little bit of it and I learned stuff, I guess. So what I did is I paid to have a video made. Where is it? By this person named Haristo with 192,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this stuff. Like, do I have an agreement with the people I did it through that I'm not supposed to like talk about behind the scenes stuff? I don't care. But whatever. The result was, it's not been quite a week. They got 8,000 views on this video, which for this person is very few views, but they do like this type of sponsor video often, and those types of videos don't get many views, but this one got more than any of the other ones, I guess, so that's good. They tend to get like half this, but this person's normal videos get like 100,000 views, so sometimes, I don't know. So I think that cost per, I'll call these views impressions, I guess, isn't bad, but what I need to work on is that it really didn't lead to, I don't know, just the results. There were results. I saw, you know, on Steam store page traffic and sales and stuff. There's definitely a bump, but like, was it worth the cost? No. So clearly, like right now, I think this is a good first step. I'm trying to think about advertising as being more of an iterative process. Like I did this and I see the results, and the positive thing about this form of advertising is that I get to see the comments on the YouTube video, and that's giving me a lot of feedback. So usually if you pay for advertising and you get no results, you don't know why. But right, like here, there's all these comments. I don't want to look at it right now, but you know, I get feedback on what's going on. So I'm not gonna put any more money in right now, but I do have to do something. So what I want to do is see if I can get things to where I will have a more positive result if I do this again. Number one, I didn't give this person any guidance on what to do for the video, and I probably could have. I think, you know, this the first hour or so of footage that they played played like an hour of the game and then cut it down to 10 minutes of the most interesting parts, I think, which is fine. But maybe I would have preferred they, you know, play some of the more interesting workshop tracks. Like this Act 1 is not the most interesting part of the game visually, which, you know, I could work on more, but I did, in preparation for this, like revamp the whole Act 1, and I think that was good. But I think what I have to do next is to really work on the graphics, like the visuals of the game, because right now they're not very good. I think they're quite ugly. They haven't aged well, not that they look great in the first place. So I have a lot of different ideas. The main thing I want to do is I want to revisit like all the graphics for the rhythm gameplay. I want to like add a lot more impact. So in here, I even like in the game right now, I took out all of the UI and stuff. I just wanted to like get screenshots of like without it, so I can kind of like try to design some new ideas for what the whole UI should look like. Because right now I think it's quite ugly, but I want it to be impressive, and I want it to have a lot of impact. Because I think that's what the thing that most rhythm games have right now, the popular ones, is there's tons of impact and feedback from the game, and so that's the kind of thing I'm thinking about. Another thing I was thinking was that with announcers, and this is probably a little bit ridiculous, what I have here is I have Jelly, like I have a screenshot of the game, and then Jelly is on the screen, and I guess like he could pop up every time he has a line to say, or maybe even with a speech bubble. That's probably overkill. This could be super annoying, or it could be cute, I don't know. And it would maybe add more visual interest, you know? So that's one thing. I didn't give that guy a key for the announcer, which I probably should have, because I think that makes the game more interesting to watch, right? But if there was some kind of visual component to the announcer, I actually wanted this initially, which is why I have like all the announcer lines in text as well, and so I can do something like this that would add interest, but just fixing all of this whole UI, the labels on top kind of blocking everything are super ugly. Just the target bar and all these weird, I guess, controls, they don't look great. Obviously all the particle effects look pretty bad, so I just want to do a pass on all of that and try to think of other ideas. I kind of want it to look real clean, which is why I was looking at it with like none of that at all. And I want to revisit everything, like including like the animations of the rig, because right now this jump, it's always been super annoying. And I want to come up with ideas for, am I missing anything? I don't know. I want to come up with just different ideas to kind of explain what's going on the screen, because I just wanted to make sense. And I think I thought that having all the controls just on the screen all the time would kind of help explain that, but probably not, because it's just a mess. So I really want to clean it up and only have like relevant information here on the screen. And also, when it comes to the announcer, putting graphics on the screen, I talked to Rustam, the artist who did all the existing artwork, and I want to put together a job for him. I have to figure out exactly what assets I need, but I want to create the Kailani character, and so when I get the artwork for that, all the existing character artwork is just small portraits, but I'm not even going to have a small portrait for her. It's only going to be full screen artwork, and I want to have lots of different poses and stuff, and so that could be something really shocking to see, like during the game with the announcer have, like full screen artwork pop up, and might be hard to get it to layer so it's like on the screen, so like it's not blocking any of the rhythm stuff, like the notes and their shadows. What's the game? Oh, I'll draw on top. Is there a note? All that stuff would draw on top of the announcer graphics, but I think that could be really interesting. And then also, I mean, because if you look at any popular rhythm games right now, there's a lot of animated characters, so like, why not try to do some of that myself in this game? I need to fix these gaps that show up in the track. It's really annoying. I know how to do it, I just have to get time to do it. So, what have I missed? So the plan has been that for the DLC, I wanted to focus on tracks and getting the tracks done, and then making the DLC available to work on, available to buy on Steam and itch, but it could be like an early access type thing that you can buy into. I want to get 10 tracks. I'd like to get another one. I need another track that will just really do that summer vibe that I want to go for with this thing, and then polish those up, and it will be like an early access thing people can buy in, and I think 10 tracks for the price, I think it will be really worth it. I think if I can, but first, I really need to prioritize advertising, but part of advertising is working on iterating and working on stuff that will make the advertising more effective, which is why I'm talking about all this, new graphics and stuff. And that's something I realized only because I did this sponsored video. It did something, but it didn't do enough. So I need to make changes that will make it worth it, right? So, and I need to prioritize that right now over anything else, just so I can, I don't know, just make money. That was kind of the whole point, right? So the plan right now, I guess, just to recap, because I guess that's it. I'm gonna spend some time revamping just the basic UI, making, another thing I forgot, I didn't put in my notes. I want to add, instead of just helper clap, I want to expand the helper clap to be like a different type of clap sound for each type of input. And then I want to have different intensities of the sound. So like for a tight 16th run, you'll get like quieter sounds than you would for like just individual notes with nothing around them. And so the jump notes and the column notes and the zigzags all have different sounds, and then I'd like to have those on by default. And that's, stuff like that could add impact, and things like camera shake or whatever. I even thought at certain points I could even do, in action games, with like a big attack, they'll do like a pause, and it would be fun to like find instances to like pause just what's on screen. Obviously it's a rhythm game, you can't just pause the game anytime, so it'll be, I'm trying to think of ways to like incorporate stuff like that. Like, I don't know, we'll see. Technically it's not hard, and it could have a lot of impact if I do it right, you know. All those types of things, like, so I've been looking at footage of like fighting games and of course other rhythm games that have, you know, they just have a lot of animation and impact and stuff. So, oh, I got sidetracked. I was talking about I just wanted to recap. No, I think I've talked about it all. So that's it. That's where I'm at. Focus on advertising, doing things that makes the advertising work, creating actual DLCs on Steam and itch that people can buy as an early access thing. That's the plan. All right, that's it. Thanks.